Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity on Path of the Damned
Sure.
difficulty. So, last time we left off, we kicked Gatby's ass, and now we... Oh, whoa, wait, before anything else, let's get into the tavern and rest. Because, yes, we need some resting. We just killed Gatbin, so we need to rest.
Greetings.
Also, let me see your rooms. Let's not forget we need to sell some shit here. Random shit, I'd say. All these things we don't need. Do we need these things? No, we do not. We absolutely do not. Just sell all of this stuff. Clearly we do not need that. Exceptional sword? Sure. Sell all of these things. Exceptional astock. Got some daggers. We've got an exceptional morning star, which is... It is what it is. Stiletto. Let's no, let's keep the mace. Sell this, that, and that. Let's begin by trading that. We now have armors now, so we're gonna just sell all of these things. We got some Crucible Knights plate armor. Got some fine plates, so we can definitely drop those. Got enough plates, I'd say. I don't think we need these things, to be honest. We've got plenty. So... think we can sell this stuff. Yeah, we're making a lot of money. It's okay. Just sell all of this stuff and be done with it. Okay, so I was saying, oh, let's recruit someone. Man, I'm so tempted to retrain Pallegina. I'm so tempted. Okay, can we hire someone? They cost a lot. We can get a level 8 adventurer. It's gonna cost 2000. Or we can simply sleep. Plus 2 intellect, yeah. Plus 2 intellect and 10 will, that's something. Alright, so I didn't see Violet fighting in that scenario. That's weird. I'm sure she's fine. I am sure she's fine. So let's go to Dunread's Row. We need to talk with a cipher. There must be a cipher somewhere. That's what we're looking for. Probably this dude.
Welcome!
Show him the Steel Sun. I want to trace a man who might have touched this item. From a war standard, yes, Red Seras? Yes, I believe I can be of assistance here. The imprint isn't fresh, but it is well preserved for the most part. If you're looking for someone, your rather unusual gift may be of value here. Images can be fleeting. Your target will be easier to identify by the makeup of his soul. I will share what I see. It will be to you to make sense of it. You'll pardon my presence in your mind, all for a good cause. Now clear your mind of all wayward thought. Close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience, and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of fate, of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought, and their soul is vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than theirs, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but its journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southward and to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Red Seras. You trace the path back to its origins, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides, to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, but its distance in time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale it follows a road towards Madamar Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Seras. The path leads to Red Seras City, regal and austere in the ideal imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through the pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backward, carrying you along to a barracks, then back southward, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield the imprint is vivid, and you see a red Saturn standard topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in red Saturn armor with a dark straw-colored hair face towards the standard to lift it. The path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hands brushes the steel tip you can hear his thoughts racing up in a blur, and they are of his God and his country, and the brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant the thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick up the path again as it meanders south, and disintegrates in the shadow of Cleaban Rilag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Sarah's instead. He met Wadewind there, then he enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Widewind?
Wadeswin's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Riot Saris?
I wish I had something better to tell you.
I guess that's it.
We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
We can go now. I've seen what I needed to see. I wish I could have been of more of a help. You have my sympathies. As often as an item shows us what we need to know, it will disappoint. My files are full of cases that have run cold. On bad days I think often of leaving, applying my skills to something less confounding. Okay, quest completed, fragment of Scarlet Fate. Oh, luckily now he's gonna leave us alone. So, next things next. Cano returns with something. What is this? Damage reduction, corrode, freeze, and immunity to stock. This is a good item. Oh, we lost 2 people here. Oh, alright. Let's get... what can we get? The mercenary captain. Yes. And can you give me something better? I don't think I can get anything better than this one. Let's get security, Goldpack Knight. Okay. So, journal. Inform Lady Webb. Learn of grieving mother past. Help Pallegina broker a trader agreement. The long hunt. The master below. Explore the endless path. Time and tide. And the trials of Defiance. So, I think we can now go and continue with the story. So we've done everything we could. Now it's time to proceed.
How fares your search?
There is something I can tell you about the Leaden operation.
Well, let's hear it.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Engwitian machines to span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been.
Why is this sound...
The Leaden Key's
Whatever.
conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange. What of them?
What is there to know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Okay, let's go. We are prepared to go to the hearings. Now, Pallegina would probably be a best guess as an extra companion, although I'm not totally... I am not totally on board with that. You know, I still need to do the Grieving Mother quest, I still need to do many things, but let's progress with the story here. We've done enough. So we need to go to Copper Lane and secure a meeting through the Dozens. Now, I'm not sure I like Animancy. I mean, they're trying to figure out the soul and the problems within the soul. The problem is they're doing some really questionable experiments. There's a limit between what you should be experimenting on with. I mean, to be fair, Dalton, can you say something else? No. To be fair, most of the discoveries made by science in this world have involved bad experiments, okay? On animals, on human beings. So it's not entirely unjustified. Call for intended patrons, yes. Who are you guys?
And what does the flame reveal?
Couple of mercenaries, okay. Okay, so I don't know, but they're still not providing any results whatsoever. They're just kid playing with people's souls. Hey bro, so the Dozens are part of the Animasi hearing at the Ducal Palace?
Someone's got to keep the blazing Crucible Knights from leading us all to ruin, and the Dominels certainly aren't doing their part. But Wolfgren's still a man of the people. He's always been sensible in other matters. He'll hear us out eventually.
I was hoping to attend the Animasi hearing with the Dozens. It would be good to have you there under our banner. Someone's got to convince the Duke to abandon this folly. I agree. What else do you need? Nothing. Let's go. Return to Brackenbury. I speak to Lady Webb at Hadred House about attending the hearings. Yes, so first and foremost, I need to do something that I have not done in a while, which is buy some regions, because I need to upgrade my unique items.
Eat 'em up. Leave the pig alone.
Oh yes, leave the pig alone. Yes, indeed. Where is the shop? I kinda forgot. Here. Okay, I need someone to sell me this
Gods
stuff.
keep you.
Yeah, yeah, show me your wares. Meat, dragon eggs. Okay, this is to make... Yeah, so this is to make stuff. How about this one?
Greetings.
Hey Laura. Ring of the Flag, Telda's Ring. You only use by Wizard plus 2, second level spell uses, plus 1, fourth level. This is like a Ring of Wizardry if you play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think I need it. Seal of Fate, usable by Priest. I never found myself running out of spells. You know, so I don't think I need that. Actual Cameo figurine. 1 use per rest, summon a Delem gun. You're gonna make me pay 15,000. Get out of here. Just get out of here. We're gonna buy all of these things though. You can bet your ass. I'm gonna just get everything. Is it though? They do not have what I need right now. Let's just get everything I can from this thing. Okay, that's one. You have nothing, I think. Right? Paragon, do you have... No, you have nothing. Okay.
Good
What
day
about
to
you, sir? Do you have any regions? No. Okay, so thing is we need some kind of troll thing. Like, we got damaging 3, that's enough damaging 3, I think. Yeah. Let's see what else I can power up. Maybe Pallegina Sword. Enchant with quality. Can I get... Damaging 2 is 30 damage. If I can get exceptional... See, we need Ruby, which we probably can try and buy. And a Vitrax Bane, which I don't know where I can find. Where can I find that?
Right.
Okay, so we can buy
Hail,
for
traveler.
sure. No, we do not. Okay.
Sure.
How do you do?
Doodly doodly doo. Okay, so this is still the guy that sells that. No one else here sells what we need, which is kinda bad. Okay, well, there's not much we can do. Let's go to Lady Webb. Is there someone in Ondra's gift? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe in Deerford Village? I don't know. Let's go back to Brackenbury. The only thing we can do right now is to progress with the story. Maybe by progressing with the story we actually get more ingredients from the vendors.
Next time we get the chance, I'm buying you a pint. That means a lot, Adair. Oh, do you want one too? Sorry, I meant for Isselmere. I'll get you one too.
Oh. Wait. Who are you? Cyril? Should have been on the looks to the noble face when I moved in. Okay. Can't say I care much about that thing you just said. Alright, so let's go and speak with Lady Webb now. Lady Webb? We are ready to attend the hearings. I think animosity needs to be shut down. I don't think it brings anything useful.
How fares your search?
Alright. Tell me everything.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock. but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted. We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him. I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show.
Okay, let's talk about the Animals hearing. The dozens have accepted me into their delegations.
Of all the groups, it is the dozens that the Duke fears most. If you have their ear, you will most certainly have Avar's. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the leaden key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Alright. Let's discuss the Animals
What of
hearing.
them?
No. So... Can I steal the bottle? No. That bottle will play a huge part in the events to come, and that's the extent of my knowledge of this game. Past that, I don't know what happens. So let's just go and see about... No, you see, I think they should ban Animancy, but most of the things that have happened are because of Theos. So he really set up a nice trap for the Animancers. So I should probably side with the Animancers. But if I sided with the Dozens, then again, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna choose the path of benevolence. No, this is the Crucible Knights. I don't know. It's a difficult choice. Again, as everything with this game is a gray area. It's not like it's good or evil. Do you want to experiment or do you not want to experiment? And Theos is gonna be probably in there. Because why would he miss something like that? Can I change my party? No, of course not. So, hello. We absolutely need to go to the hearings. Go to the upper floor. Okay, sure. Okay, let's begin to save. So I think we should be saving on Let's Play 43. Let's play 43. But then again, I think the Animancers are just doing things the wrong way. That's the problem. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of the House Domanel, casual watching with a predator's interest. Still, elsewhere are the ramshackle dozens, who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are Animancers in their academic robes with expression either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
Ramir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in Animancy to come out of the Valian Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of Animancy research.
So Pallegina knows a little bit of things.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand
No. See, Cadman Azo is dead. Is he? Did they kill him? I don't remember.
There is no need. Master Azo recently passed the Shroud, and while the experiment failed, his work
was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the dozens. What makes you say sabotage?
I met a first patient in Breckenbury Sanitary who had tampered with Azo's machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
Yes, he is. Cadman Azo's ambition exceeded his ethics. No, he was not manipulated, I think. I don't think so. I think he really disregarded everything, every ethic, and just went for the results. I don't think he was manipulated. Fair in judgment, Kana should be guilty. Yeah. After the farce we saw at the sanitarium, I couldn't agree more.
Exactly! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill. Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justicia! You turn a blind eye, and look what happens!
Okay, I have been to Heritage since quarantine, though the Knights were unable to control the damage. It was not Animancy but an ancient machine that caused it. The Crucible Knights are blameless here. This was not their working of Animancy but an ancient device in Ter non-wet.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
Ter non-wet houses an Ingwitian machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead.
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Well, their presence doesn't prove cause. This testimony is not evidence, it is a guess.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point. Everywhere there's animancers, there's disaster. We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge.
Ha! Wrong bridge indeed. Oh, Durance.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son. My wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs, he couldn't cough up. My daughter? We put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
I can. The crowd begins to mutter the sounds, taking a doubtful character. Right idea, Watcher, taking this hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Widwin legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Kaid Manazo's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. I have seen them in the ruins of Air Glanfat, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls near towns like Gilded Vale, and therefore where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are sealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
If, as the Duke says, Notiria has more proof than any other, what is the harm in hearing one more? You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, Madame. I expected better from a Knight of the Crucible. Yeah.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Oh, we have honest three. If you know anything about me, you know this. I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have on this matter. Okay, well, that's a bit unfortunate. What's more likely? That the gods are destroying Deerwood for a science practiced in many parts of the world, or that a group of people hates animancy and wants it suppressed. The Leaden Key is very real, and they are foreigner from either, and Red Ceres who hate Deerwood and wants to see us suffer. Let's say a lord is cuckolded by his wife. If he tells her to stop, she'll only want her lover more. But if he spreads a rumor that her lover is just visit a brothel and acquire a pox on his loins, she'll end it on her own. We all want the same thing here. We want Widow's legacy to end. If we work together instead of arguing, we can stop the people who are doing this. Or honest. I'm gonna go with honest even though I want to say this one.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
I took a personal interest in the matter and tried to learn what I could.
Indeed. This land is foreign to you, unless I miss my guess. Your efforts on its behalf are to be commended. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
Well, I would regulate the animancy. So animacy should be studied in Deerwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you. The animacy of Deerwood have been given too long a leash. The practice should be restricted and controlled. Yes, this one is... we are not meant to use it, and we have proven why we are unworthy of it. It should be outlawed. No, it should be controlled, I think. It's a good thing, but you need to establish some boundaries. That's the best. So it's a good solution that allows everyone to be happy. Now, not everyone will be perfectly happy, but it fixes the problem and makes everyone... You have to give sacrifice. Yes, to make some... get some compromises. So the animaster of the world have been given too long a leash. The practice should be restricted and controlled. Plagina shoots a glance your way, her eyebrows furrowing in annoyance. And just who would regulate it? Charlatans like Adzo or fools like Itelmer? Clueless as what goes on within their own walls.
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me to collect my thoughts. In particular, I want to thank our new delegate, who has given me much to think about, and who alerted me to a new enemy I had failed to see. The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to...
Okay, make your pronouncement. I think Theos
Ramir
is
de
gonna...
Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood. Step forward.
Your Grace.
There comes Theos.
The arguments for and against animancy are both strong in their own way. I must be careful in my judgment.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing? No! Avenge the Duke!
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
Holy moly, someone made some... Oh, hello.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you?
Yes, please.
Another time. I am already late.
What? Randomly falling down on the floor. The words shall end for you ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit, high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide, circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone mow. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of the feet are charred black. The skin on one side of the face looks like matted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet, for all of that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes are barely open and the words come between a strangled breath. But they are steady, unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. I was granted the meaning of the sleepers. You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace grand entry hall. The clangs of metal, striking metal, waft in from outside alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Out hovers over you, worry etched on his face. Hendrik, we've got to get out of here, fast. Off to one side you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slammed against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it is too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only. She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please find her. Tell her everything. Yeah, yeah. Goodbye. Can we go and loot? No, it's closed. Right. Okay. Well, we tried. Hello, Sidley. Don't go out there. There's writing in the street. Oh. Well, I guess I'll just have to. So the Justiciar and the commoners are just burning everything. Cool story, bro. Now something tells me that this area is locked, so we can only go down, I guess. Anything else? No. Everything else is... Okay, where can we go? Okay, there's only one way we can go. Let's try going this way. Not the liquid anima. Those are liquid animancers. No, we're not. Come on, just combat. Okay, we need to go to Lady Webb's now. What's happening? Hello? And there you go. Let me take a look-see here. Yeah, I think it's almost time. Yes, I think that the choice of restricting animasi was still a good one. Lady Webb lies still in her bed, an ornate cushion popping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your can. You make contact and are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying in bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. Through the walls from the street outside you come across the sound of screams and shattering glass and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip and it warms your gullet. Across the room the doors open behind a patient, steady push. Into the room walks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath the deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
You are concentrating, focusing with all your energy. It feels as though you are diving into the stone wall over and over, but it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
He draws a long curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its points dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theos slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through. Layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop your glass to the floor, and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both yours, a question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answer comes, simple, cataclysmic in its own reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you've searched for all your life, but in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time and draw your last breath as black Velvety darkness descend upon you.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenberry Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the Leaden Key itself.
Okay, well, can we go inside? We cannot. The expedition out of Admet's den are just organized grave robbery. Sure. The floods have receded, the path through Starmore Gulch is open. Okay. So, with that I think it's time to bid farewell. Thank you guys for watching, I will see you next time. Bye bye.